Hey everybody, welcome to Chatbox Reviews. I'm Stan with my lovely wife Tanya here again. We're doing a spoiler-free review on Fighting with My Family, the Page biopic kind of documentary-ish. Really, I wouldn't go ahead and say that this is a wrestling movie that's like all about the like what it's all about and everything. I think this is a great film
Yeah.
that just happens to be a wrestling movie. I think you could have taken the Page character out and the family, all the other family characters out, and replaced them with like a boxing family, or like a football family or something, or someone like really. It shows so much of like this is the different hoops you got to jump through to get here, and the story it has so much heart to it
Mm.
in terms of like you really should go see this as soon as you can because it's not like the typical
Yeah.
kind of like oh yeah everything's like kind of fluffy and stuff. It's like I'd say it's funny, but it's also kind of got some moments in there where it's like oh yeah, not everything's
I
like
think it was really funny and inspirational. Like the English humor that comes across is really, really good. They did a really good job at doing all that, and just the what you have to go through to get into the WWE, I thought was really interesting.
and they didn't pull any punches with it too. They were really kind of strict on the yeah, we're not going to be like all
Hmm.
freaking hardcore like, yeah, you can do it and stuff because the message is kind of loud and clear.
It's
Not
inspirational.
everyone can do it,
Yeah.
and it's probably not best for everyone to do it
Yeah.
and stuff. But it's also like, I think all the characters there were like kind of represented really well. What's his name? Nick Frost,
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead, and stuff. Like, his humor just shines
Yeah.
in this, but it's also too like a serious kind of like nice father
Mm.
sort of like ready to do whatever it takes to like provide
Just
for his
their
family and
background
stuff.
as well is
Yeah,
really interesting on that the fact that he was in prison and the mum was homeless and things like that. It's just really good to see them bring a kind of a twist.
they like without spoiling it, they do go into different paths that get them to
Mm.
where they are when the film starts
Yeah.
and why they're in this position of like this is why we do this and stuff. So when The Rock turned around, like Dwayne Johnson turned around
Yeah.
and said like I'm gonna do the whole kind of like I'm gonna make this movie and stuff, and he watched the documentary that Paige and her family were in,
Yeah.
and said like, "Hey, I watched it and I really loved it and it reminds me of my family and stuff because Rock came from that kind
A
of
wrestling
background."
background. Yeah.
So it was just nice to know that it's produced and like being made by people who are taking it seriously.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Just to have Lena Headey as well, I thought was
yeah,
really cool.
Cersei's herself playing a good like a nice character,
Yeah.
but also too playing like a mother that's sort of like this is what we're all about and stuff like that's
Yeah.
cool. um what else can you spot out anything without spoiling it?
Without spoiling it, I just thought how much it resonated, to women of this generation. It is an inspiration film, and it does show, kind of a progression, if you like, of, what the female wrestlers have to go through to get to the next step, to the next phase. It's not for everybody, and a lot of people do quit. But having Paige there with a wrestling background going up against others. It's just really fun to watch.
And
I got
plus,
goosebumps in that movie.
yeah, there is a few moments that do pump you up and do kind of make you reflect on like, oh
Super
right,
reflective,
so
yeah.
you know this isn't just like oh girl wants to get to the top of like the
Yeah.
mountain and stuff. It's a pretty rough path, and there's also that story of sometimes you got to leave someone behind, and
Yeah.
failure is the best lesson
Yeah.
for us, like to figure out who we are and why we do what we
Yeah.
do. But I really would recommend like seeing this in the cinema. Yeah, we went to Event Cinemas to see
Yeah.
this, and Access like was
Yeah,
nice enough to
Access
give
Real
us
was,
like
yeah,
tickets to it.
super nice.
And
And just having Darren having a chat with us afterwards was really, really nice as
yeah,
well.
that was really cool.
Yeah.
And plus too, yeah, I think head to your Event Cinemas see it whenever you can and stuff. But also too, yeah, don't wait to hear anyone else like start talking about this. Go and see it. But we can probably get into spoilers in a sec.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you've watched it and then come back, check out what we say about our spoilers. We'll be starting up in a sec. But
Yeah.
yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, check out our spoilers after you watch the movie.
Bye.
Bye.